Demon
mean-
Slayers and their well-deserved things.
Stream is up.
Is it?
Yeah, for like the last 10 seconds.
Oh.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Let's do this thing.
Travis. Up. So you should go online on Discord.
Right, I keep forgetting that.
Why are you even offline?
So I can ban people and they won't notice it's me.
So that he has the advantage on stealth rules. It's not showing the thing I can click for to go to your stream that way.
Yes, it... Should probably close Minecraft, although I was just in the main menu for 2 hours.
Oh,
Oh, waiting on the DM to start.
okay. I guess I'm gonna start then. When we last left our heroes. No, just kidding. Our bunch of misfits.
When we last left our idiots, they got stoned as
When we
fuck.
last left them. Yeah. They were fighting this very fair and balanced opponent.
Sure.
Probably some kind of tabaxi, right? Yeah, that's immune to magic. And you beat it down anyway. Apparently. And you really fooled him, or how should I say this? You really played him so he didn't get the piece of paper. Who one of you has in their pockets? Octo has in his pocket.
Yeah.
Octo has it, yes.
But
Yeah.
like, only...
Yeah, Octo always says it, right?
yeah,
Never
but
something else.
only Wyatt is aware that Octo has it.
Can I use it as a cigar?
Oh my
you can't.
god! Can you imagine if you accidentally?
Oh
wouldn't
god,
even
no,
do that.
no, 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 no. I
No,
turned
That would
I
be
turned
nice,
to
bro.
a lion. What fucking paper, by the way? Why did that... whatever
No.
thing that was... chased me so angrily after... so suddenly.
You mean this, and I cast Mage Hand and pick it out of Octo's pockets again. And
Okay.
just hold it into the air.
Why you were doing that? When we left off, you were having the great idea of getting the demon
We're already
tobacco
done with
from one of the 9 files, put it in a bong, and yeah.
Blaze it.
So currently, you all took a big sip.
Didn't we also have to roll Constitution
Not sip.
rolls?
Yep.
Big. Yes, you did. And all of you
Oh,
rolled
come
terrible.
on, everyone just-
Except
Oh
Leyland.
yeah, right!
Yeah.
And you used your fucking portent on me!
Everyone,
Exactly.
first of all, you all take a. What was the right word? Sip is not really the right word. What is? Whatever.
Deep breath.
Puff,
Ah,
puff,
son.
Dilate.
puff, puff,
You're the
puff.
expert.
Puff.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you all feel alright at first, and then it hits all of you. Well, Leyland seems kind of fine first. Then Octo looks at him, smirks a bit. Then Leyland also feels nervous.
Just like, fuck.
And what's his name? Mush. He looks like always. Anyway, anyway, okay. And in this setting, now you can talk about the paper and shit.
But can we though?
Yeah, exactly. That's
This,
a great question. So, you said the thing
I
about
see blue lights.
This one sees many colors.
and yes, you do, but also you're colorblind, so this is really fucking weird
This
to
is
you.
really
It's
fucking
very
weird.
good.
Also, this one likes the ground. The ground feels fuzzy.
What? I used the same brush in Photoshop for your fur and the... No, I didn't.
Exactly.
I guess why you are actually asking about the paper, or you want to do so, but you what would be the right thing to do? Another constitution or
Pass up before you can
character
finish the
see
sentence.
if you are able to communicate even.
Communication
I
is
guess you
int-
did a
int
constitution.
based.
Yeah, I guess that could
Yep.
work.
If your int is lower than 3, you can't communicate.
Okay, just do me an. How should we do this? Intelligence save, intelligence check.
I'll say
What,
it's a
what
check.
do you guys think? Check?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
and
I mean,
we'll
it's the
make
same
it
for me both. It's
Yeah.
both
It's
a
an
d20 for me,
intelligence-
just straight.
Yeah, it's an intelligence check with disadvantage. I only making disadvantage because
because you're fucking stoned.
I use Tides of Chaos. No, I can't even use it in this state probably.
Dude.
and we got.
Because I'm so stoned, I uncontrollably release
I
a magic
make
burst.
and I'm making a 10 check. So let's see if you get above.
Oh, shit.
So you say something to Lyot. But Lyot, you only hear kind of gibberish. But he did say something about paper and a cat. Those are. Oh, did you even think? What did he say? Paper and
Paper
Getting
and cheese.
cheese. Yeah, why not? No, you heard about something about paper and cheese.
And cheese.
Yeah, and cheese.
This one could go for some cheese.
Dude. Dude.
There you go. What? Cheese?
I have no idea what you mean.
He's funny.
What if we added cheese to all
I
of
just have
this?
this paper here with sticks.
Marsh, do you have some cheese?
Drink food and water. Where the carrots when you know when you eat them?
When I see
And-
something cool, and I put my hand in my pocket, I take out a hot pepper, a red one.
Yes, you do.
I cast Dragon's Breath on myself. I just swallowed it all once. And I lay on the ground looking up, and I burp. With flames coming out.
Okay.
I'm also
You do that and
I'm
make
also
a
gonna-
great flame to this.
out of the flame. Come fireworks.
Oh, but why do you have that?
It fits my
Exactly for
character.
this situation. This is where their spells shine. God damn it.
Fireworks.
Why do you
Yeah.
have pyrotechnics, like, out of all spells?
Because it fits
Like-
with my rock guitar that I still
Oh
need
my
to
God.
make.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. It fits so perfectly, but in this scenario, it's just like adding more oil to the fire. Oh.
Why you say that you that you want to use this spell for if you have a guitar or something? Mosh goes like, "Damn, you guys should make a band."
This one agrees. Look at the colors.
The magic idiots.
Meanwhile, I just skip. I just breathe like outside, exhale for the entire minute.
Okay, then do me a constitution check. Because this is a concentration spell. Let's see if you are able to. Ah, yeah, fair enough. I'm okay with that. You continue breathing fire to the maze of the others. It was already late evening, so it's night right now. So every time you make fire, yeah, everything goes bright for a little bit and it looks really cool. Wait, what?
He
Okay.
has to restart his router.
Yeah, he does. So, does he then still hear me?
Nope.
Probably not, right?
Not for like
No.
another 2
Okay.
or 3 minutes.
Okay. We're going to do the following. Lyot and Octo, you guys fall. I mean, Octo is not currently there, but I will tell him.
I'm
They
here.
fall- okay. They fall asleep. Yeah, from the stuff. I will go to you later. Mush, you know what? You can't really tell if Mush is asleep or not. His eyes always look pretty damn closed anyway. But he has a smile on his face, so you think it's fine. So you, Lost and Leyland, even though you are exhausted and it still hurts a bit where the Rakshasa hit you. Oh, you the
The
anyway,
cat.
the cat person hit you. You don't seem to be able to fall asleep, or how should I say this? You pretty much have every time you close your eyes, you pretty much, how should I say this? It's like a short nightmare, and you immediately wake up again.
Yeah, I
And
know what you
before
mean.
your inner eyes, like you see that cat person again.
Oh,
Yeah.
This one should not have smoked the grass so much.
yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I was
Anyway,
hoping you maybe forgot about that.
so time goes by really quickly. You know what? Also, except for the night, well, if you try to close your eyes, Leyland, as I said, you have those short nightmares that won't let you fall asleep. But if you keep open, even then, it seems like you're kind of dreaming. As you said, you see a lot of colors. It's all very bright colored. It really reminds you of the fable you came from. At one point, you even think you see your father, as in the elf father that adopted you in the fable. Am I saying this right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For I think it's right. To I guess whatever. You know what? We're just gonna make it so it's getting actually morning again. You have been really kind of taken out by the stuff. At this point, you really burned all of it, of the freaking tobacco. 1 sec, okay. Asa. Okay. And when you wake up for Octo, and Light, it was like like a long rest. But for but for Lost and Leyland, it really wasn't a good rest. You feel way more exhausted than than when you were going than before you went to sleep, and you both have one level of exhaustion.
Oh,
I'm
what?
talking
Wait,
about
me and who?
Asa and you. Yeah,
Okay.
one level of exhaustion, which means you have a disadvantage on it.
Where the fuck do I put that on this sheet?
I even put it on for you, if I remember correctly. Yes, in between, under your hit dice, above your attacks and spell casting, there's exhaustion level.
Ah, one. Oh.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah, on the other sheet I'm using it was just 6 points, so
Long
searching for
rest.
that. And
What?
Long rest?
Yes, for the others, long rest. I understand.
oh,
15 and 11.
that's not bad.
Yeah, 11, I remember.
Uh,
That was
11.
also the role he substituted. Rapunzel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't make me remember.
Right. Well, while the others were while
You got
Octo
exhausted.
while Octo and Light were able to fall asleep fast after the smoking the stuff, you guys weren't able and woke up more exhausted than you went to sleep, and you both have a level of exhaustion. Yeah, okay, I guess not woke up. I mean,
From our-
you know the feeling like, oh shit, it's morning, but I didn't even sleep.
So every day.
Oh, too well. Oh well. The feeling is way worse if you actually are trying to sleep. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. While you guys are kind of getting up right now, Asa, you are really grumpy right now. As in, you have a bit of a headache, and yeah, you don't really feel like good. And for Octo, I mean, you probably, as you're kind of small guy, you're still a bit affected by this stuff, and you find everything very funny today. You just find everything very funny. You don't know. Mush is getting away. The bomb. I don't know about the other two. Whatever. I guess you would have a bit of trouble just being on your feet. And for our friend Light here, you have a bit of trouble remembering even what happened last night. You have a bit of a hangover.
Okay.
Much seems fine. I guess he seems normal. Anyway, he puts away the evidence. And just as he finished, you hear from not too far away, two familiar voices, the one of Tremlaw and Penrose. Here you are. we were searching at your house and oh, what does smell like? What is this smell? That's what
It's just
Tremolo is saying, and he actually stops eating, so he must be really disturbed by the smell.
Surprise rock!
Surprise rock X. Okay, you do that.
I just also just instantly as I see Penrose, I just stumble back, bit scared, and fall prone on my butt. It's in a bit of fear,
Okay.
if you understand what I mean.
What? Oh, okay.
As in the sense
Yeah,
of not
Penrose
again.
is actually Penrose doesn't seem to take notice of your fear against him. He looks judgingly at the rock illusion and is murmuring something about lack of detail and creativity.
I use prestidigitation to make an even weirder smell of half rotten fish.
Oh my god, so much.
Constitution on the teacher!
Oh,
Oh my god.
um,
Imagine they critical fail that and just vomit before students.
Tremolo just falls off his disc.
you see
Oh
some.
God.
You see that Tremolo taking. He was actually putting his hand on his nose, putting it off. It still seems to stick together like some invisible hands holding his nostrils together, or is the nostrils for humans? Whatever, you know what I mean.
Nostrils.
Yeah, together. So he does a gesture with his arms and actually open. I mean, you have seen this gesture before. A portal has, as you've seen it before, opens, but this time not vertically, but horizontally on the ground. And while that is going on, Penrose is also casting a spell. And let me think, who of you? Guess Lyot, you have. No, who would have? Who of you had Big B's handbook? I think that would
Octo.
be Octo, right? Octo, you would remember the spell. The
Book of hand shit. Wait, hand stuff, my bad.
Yeah, genau.
That's the book.
As I said, Big B's handbook. Anyway, and you remember that spell as Big B's hand, and basically he's like slowly swiping you guys towards the portal in the
You cut off.
and the bottom.
He's
What?
basically the guy on the disc.
He's pushing us to the side.
The guy on the disc made a portal on the ground, and
Yes.
Penrose is now using a Big B spell to shove us into the hole.
Just there and I guess there. Oh, he doesn't have a whatever.
Yeah, he deserves a large token because he's fat.
Exactly.
Your mom is so fat she counts
Oh, wait.
as a large creature.
Yeah, it's a square portal. You have never seen a square portal. It's magic.
No, it's just another portal
Hold
from
Alt
Minecraft.
while making the shape.
Minecraft portals aren't square.
Aha.
They are
Fucker.
rectangular.
Oh, you know what I
You
can
make
do?
them squared.
Yes, you can make
Okay.
them any size you want by now.
Fuck, that's new.
Are you really just gonna do a fucking nether portal
Yeah.
there?
Or I guess I could just put them around there until all those squares make a circle. Let's continue.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares
Yeah,
make
For
a
fuck's
circle.
sake!
Fucking teleport. Anyway.
Stop it, my portal!
Giant ass portal.
Yay, thank you. But green is such an ugly color.
Fuck
No,
off,
just
we can make another color then.
Is any one of you trying to not get wiped into the portal?
I'm really
I'm
grumpy,
prone,
right?
so no.
I mean, all of you are laying on the ground.
But
I
I'm
mean,
really, I
kind
am
of.
really grumpy, right?
Yeah.
Disadvantage on ability check. Resisting a shove is athletics.
Fair enough.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you just roll a fucking 21 on that?
I roll with a +10.
How the fuck?
You are having none of his shit, and instead of, even if it's going slowly, and you probably could have walked away from it, you are shoving against that freaking hand, and even though, let me think, the Piggy's hand has this, that has a ridiculous strength score, if I remember correctly. Even though you are pushing really hard and you impressively slow it down a lot, it has a strength of 26. Huh. Yeah. It still slowly pushes you, but with a grumpy cat face, you're pushing against it. But still
Mulder,
getting pushed.
the earth
What?
below to this side. I'm making a trench.
Fucking trench warfare.
For
Going
fuck's
down.
sake.
I want to jump over if it's yeah.
Fucking engaging in trench
No.
I
war.
refuse. I hate portals.
Not again this shit. Just cumulative PS. You know what I mean? PSDT from portals and
PTSD.
PTSD from Penrose and portals. Just no, please.
Penrose is like, enough. You already got into enough trouble and have been through a lot. There's there's a meeting. We are holding an, is it emergency? And whatever. Emergency meeting with the deans right now, and you have to come.
Pull down your pants, lost song. No.
No.
I thought you were. I thought you were going to say, "Call me your best Penrose." I was like, "Oh god."
This one refuses. Portals have only caused trouble this far.
Will walk.
You actually.
This one will
And-
not go down without a fight.
Tremler, who seems to get upset, seems to be casting a bit of a longer spell, and the portal increases by size, and he ends with the words, and while putting his nose even pressing his nose even better together. Also, you need a bath, and suddenly you all feel that you're falling down.
I took one
and-
last year.
Yeah, exactly. Now you fall down about 10 feet, and under I mean, from the glimpse, you realize you are in the middle of the what's it called the obturation tower. Do I have that one?
The hell with you, you dirty heathens.
That's just essentially Tremlo for me right
The-
now. Just I've had enough of this.
The one in the back left. That one actually
spiral.
is. the spiral. And in the middle of this, I mean, you have never seen the inside of it. I guess so. You wouldn't know
Isn't
where
that
you are.
Tremlos
But
Tower?
what? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, then we've been there.
Anyway, yeah, you are, but I guess you would have looked in the inner courtyard or whatever. Maybe there's like a pool, bottle, no, not a pub, water or whatever at the bottom.
Fountain.
Yeah, why not? It's a bit deeper. So basically, and the portal you open is like 10 feet into the air, so you drop down into the water. Except Leyland. You roll me
yeah.
you roll me a 1d6.
Oh, fuck you. Do I really... fucking hate you. I hate you.
You take 4 damage as you come on with
Wait,
your.
4?
He looked at.
Wait, what?
He
Oh,
looked at
that was a
Velvet's.
wrong 1d6. Oh, you actually take 6 damage. Never mind. You were with your feet downwards to the water, and you first don't realize why, but it feels like a rock solid surface to you, and basically you're hurt your
You make a
Feels
super
like
legs by
you
going
make a
straight on
superhero
it.
landing on the water.
Basically, yeah. But as you fall over, you also and with your head, you just go through the water surface normally. You do realize why this happens?
I
I do.
also
It's
do.
been a day yet.
How could I forget that? What happened? Did you intentionally put that fucking water there just to mess with me?
No. You also stink. Anyway, you should be happy because now at
Okay.
least the blood from your battle is washed off, and I guess
Oh, fuck.
the stench is more tolerable now.
Fuck. Fuck. And
Why?
fuck. What happens when water goes into paper? What happens when water goes into spellbook?
Spellbook's magical, that shouldn't affect it.
Okay,
I
I don't know. So,
Also, probably paper was probably also something magical, I think.
but
Hopefully.
no, it's normal paper from now on.
Wasn't all the paper?
I swear to God,
I don't know.
if this one's bongos have been ruined by the water.
I'm gonna kill Penrose. I'm
I'm
gonna
And
make.
Tremlaw. Kill them all.
I'm gonna make them pay for it.
You guys get. I guess. I didn't think about stuff getting ruined in the water, if I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, I guess you guys are in the water. You see Penrose and Tremlaw standing to the side of the little pool thingy. Anyway, I guess Tremlaw says, anyway, now that your stench is more tolerable, get out. We still need. There's some matters to discuss that take importance.
How deep is the water?
How deep? Let me think.
Fischer,
If you
Fischer, wie
fall
tief ist
down
das Wasser?
from 10 feet, I don't know. Oh, I guess. Can you swim?
As per
let's
the
say-
rules, everyone can swim.
I guess also 10 feet. Why not? Is that deep?
That's 3 meters.
3
That's pretty
meters.
deep.
That's pretty deep. Person
Eh.
that cannot swim is fucked. A person that panics cannot gain control again, so that
Okay,
person is also fucked.
Fuck it, it is 5 feet. So
That's
for
still
you,
pretty deep.
you
That's
are
3
still-
times my size. Fuck you.
Just because
Make it 2 feet or something. 2 feet is okay for an
from
indoor.
10 feet,
So.
Asa would have hurt himself and falling down probably. Doesn't matter.
No,
Let's say, I don't know, you guys get out of the water.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me how deep it is.
I know. I mean, fuck it. Continue. The thing.
I guess, does any one of you have something to try yourself? What would that be?
I could
Prestidigitation?
yeah, technically cleaner soil.
Yeah, I guess also the bomb
No,
up.
that's not
Uh,
bacterial.
I have shocking grass.
Yay, that will totally dry us off instead of killing us.
It would dry you and kill you. We would be a charred corpse.
What?
Which
No.
dry.
He fucked me over. I'm gonna fuck his tower up. I'm not cleaning myself.
No.
No. I'm walking like this.
I'm just shaking myself off like a cat.
Right next to him.
Okay. Yeah, you are even
Actually,
better
right
than
next to
before. Actually, you know what? While you guys get out, it seems like a strong gust of wind is coming towards you, and it doesn't seem strong enough, so you would have to try to not to fall down or something. But because it whirs around you a little bit, you get dry in basically no time.
My fur poofs
Um,
up.
What?
You know those cartoon things where they dry off a dog with towels or with hair dryers and then poof, the fur
Floof.
puffs up.
Tiny. You lost an opportunity to use Tiny Servant in such a cool way. I hate you.
Anyway,
I guess I was thinking about that actually.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Continue.
Okay. Penrose and Tremor notice the gust of wind and say, "Well, I guess she's waiting." And
The fuck is?
they
I swear
Uh,
to God, if it's
they open up a door. They open up a door behind them and step through, and basically gesture you to follow them.
Yeah,
I
for
follow behind them. Still
Do I
a
even
bit
have a choice?
insecure on my feet.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I don't have a choice.
angrily walking after
Oh.
them.
I should say, Mush has been with you. It would make sense. He also went into the water.
Can Mush swim?
Oh
Yeah,
no, you're asking
the
the
drugs-
wrong question. Did all the drugs spill on the water?
I had the same thought.
What happened with
Is the
Tom?
water full of herbs? And can I grab some stealthily?
Oh no.
he's like tea swimmer. You know what I mean? Like from him, he's like the green. Nah.
Yeah, man.
No, he also gets out of the water, and from his usual hair, it's now he has longer hair than you expected, and it hangs down straight from his face. At first glance, you didn't even realize it's Mush. But yeah, as soon as the wind comes on, it goes back to his former whatever. I guess you step through the door. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good. The dolly is not here.
Oh God, what the?
As
Nothing.
okay, as you walk in, you see a long oak wooden table. There are 8. How should I say this best? There are multiple chairs around. 8 of them seem like they are the regular used chairs. There's one bit fancier chair at the end of the table. I guess you wouldn't realize that much about the chairs because there are people sitting in it. Never mind. At the end of the table, there are chairs. Whatever. At the end of the table, you see, good name, what's her name? Sophie, Inakiru, the headmistress, and 3 figures you recognize. Well, I guess only Asa recognizes the tiefling enchantment dean.
With the big titties.
Yeah, you remember those.
Where is that
Penrose.
Timo 2.0?
What?
Is that Timo 2.0?
No, that one has armor.
No. Anyway, you obviously recognize Penrose and Tremblon, and there are 2 new figures you haven't seen before. One of them, an old lady sitting in her chair in a Schneidersitz. God damn it! Someone English? What would that be?
Which one? What do you
I
mean?
guess it wouldn't even be. Whatever. She's
Cross-legged.
whatever. Yeah, she.
She's like the picture.
She's
Shocking, right?
she's staring holes in the air, basically. Yeah. She's a human and she looks definitely old. Anyway, you also see what you first think is a dwarf because of the armor and stuff, but then you realize with the ears and the size, it's actually no, but surrounded by big chunks of metal with and lead and magic runes on it. Only a part of his face is actually visible, and in front of his nose and mouth there's like a vent, whatever.
It's Bane.
Basically,
It's Slayer.
whatever.
Kobold Slayer.
Anyway, the headmistress makes a gesture for you to sit down at the end of the table. And
I take a chair and thankfully sit down.
I mean, while you do that, she also looks towards her right and says, sorry, what's your name again? Uchi? Okay, she says, Sachiko, could you please tell me where... God damn it. Fuck names. I have no idea what her name was again. It's not important, I know, but... Could you tell me where Yamiya, our Dean of Transmutation, is... Transmutation is again... the one she just called Sachiko, who... I mean, you probably at this point realize she would be the Dean of Divination. Yeah, her. She looks at the crystal balls, shrugs with her shoulders a bit, and then says, well, you know, sorry. Well, you know it's not easy. Most divination spells do not work on our goddammit, on Yamia. But I think I've seen her with a smirk. She's playing with some birds, not too far, about 100 feet east of here. And well, basically, the headmistress is making some gestures. You hear wind blowing a little bit, and a little bird smacking against the window to the on the east side of the room you are in, basically towards the inner yard where you came from. That window actually wasn't you weren't able to see that window from the outside though. Anyway, as the bird smacks against the window, it turns into the girl you have seen before, but she looks a bit pissed. Anyway,
I look back pissed. We're gonna turn this into a staring contest.
Actually, you know what? She walks in, goes towards Leyland, just picks you up like you would weigh nothing, and puts you to the chair next to that with the with the words "my seat," and just sits down and
Just look at her, glare at her, just look back straight ahead at Lost Song, and just you can see a bit of hidden anger flashing through my eyes, but only visible to the Lost Song.
Yeah, but I'm staring at her because she was looking angrily at people, right?
Anyway, yeah, mostly angry at the deans, but yeah, said angrily down, and basically sits down. Everyone's waiting for her. As she's sitting down, she says, "I was just playing a little bit and forgot the time." The tiefling next to her, the professor of the enchantment, looks at her and basically and says, "Well, you also have to think about your duties." I think we had that speech before. She glares at her angrily and basically does the whatever. Yes. Enough NPC interaction. The headmistress takes the word. Okay, we are all here because last night there was an intruder to our academy. As she speaks, it is her weird way where she is speaking very silently, but because the wind is weirdly traveling her voice straight to all of your ears, it feels like she's almost whispering in your ears. Anyway, well, as far as it is most likely that is also linked to the case that our Professor Tremler here has only recently reported, with the same students involved in the case. Well, let's hear what happened. Could some of you please take the ward, looking at you 5?
I start to speak.
Why is much on my share?
For fuck's sake.
Tell
We
Mush
were
to fuck off.
just. I have a slight like I'm holding my head as if I had a slight headache. We were just in our residence or whatever you want to call it, when suddenly Professor Penrose knocked on our door late in the evening. He said he wanted to follow him because he had something to discuss with us. So naturally, we followed him to the hut where the testing was for the entrance to the academy. But arriving there, one of us noticed that it wasn't actually Penrose, but actually some kind of cat-like creature in disguise. After that, we battled.
Fucking beat him
We
up.
were... I don't know what it was. And I also definitely don't wish to fight it again. It was horrible. Just
Yeah,
thinking about it gives me more nightmares.
None of these
But
ones
we will-
magic worked. So I
Yeah.
punched him. A lot.
What Lost Song says. Basically, Lost Song just beat him up. Maybe it was due to the overconfidence of whoever that thing was, but he finally ran away in the end. And then Mush came because Octo sent his little pet for help, but when Mush arrived, everything was okay already, and then basically we just fell asleep there from exhaustion.
Also, that one
And that's-
arrived as I pointed at the little girl.
Oh yeah, right. Nearly forgot about her.
Yes, Yamiya actually told me that there was of the incident, but we wouldn't really know how to describe it. She was mostly talking about missing the fun part. She also looks at Penrose, so even though they took you from, I suppose you have nothing to do with it. Penrose answers, well, I may have used illusions to fool students in the past. I mean, specifically, I once disguised myself as the student over there pointing at Mush, but in this case, I really had no idea. Mush goes like, what?
Wait.
Hmm?
Were
What?
we present when you transformed into him?
I whisper back,
Uh,
only one way to find out. And I put my hand on my axe.
Oh no.
Also, my whisper was about as loud as I actually whispered just now.
God dang it.
I guess next you would. Okay, wait, you were asking Penrose that if he transformed in front of you, or what exactly?
No, like if one of the Martians we talked to before was actually him. That's what I wanted
The one
to
during
imply.
the entrance exam.
Yes. That one.
Okay, let's just say Asa's character would be like, I guess, yeah, why not? You would in character even say the entrance exam, and you just see Penrose smiling a bit and putting his head a bit further down, yeah, to hide that smile. Anyway,
Quick question from this one.
yes.
Hey, Professor Penrose, can you bend your fingers backwards?
He looks he looks very confused at you. What? No. Like you really caught him off guard. Um, the headmistress actually raises an eyebrow when you say that, and asks you specifically, Lost Song. Can you describe that? What did you say? Cat person? No. What was the word you used?
Yeah, cat-like person.
Yeah. Can you describe that further? Am I right in the assumption that this is not an auto tabaxi?
No, tabaxis cannot bend their fingers backwards. This thing could.
At least I never tried.
Oh, I actually can do that. Well,
Ah,
can
crap!
do-
All my fingers
oh.
broke.
this is deep pain.
Oh shit! It gets worse. No, the hand bended backwards, and I do not know of tabaxis that are immune to magic, to the magics.
Immune to magic. She repeats your words. And then the little gnome, in his full body armor, you hear him speak, and his voice seems a bit deserted, like someone speaking in an iron bucket or something. But he says, that would explain how they got through my barriers. I think they are called Rakshasa. They are immune to a lot of the lower of most of lower tier, and they're immune to most magic except the very high tier. I mean, that's probably one of the very few creatures I could think of that could go through the barrier without setting off any kind of alarm. So see, it wasn't my fault for having a lackluster security. If I would have would have been allowed more funding, then I could have improved the barrier. And while he's talking on, the headmistress makes a gesture with her hand, and even though you still see his lips moving, he's like muted for a second as a bit of wind goes around him, as he realizes that he shuts his mouth but looks also very angry. But he does not glare at her. He basically is, yeah. Like he was taught his place or whatever. The headmistress then goes on. Do you know what the objective of this intruder was?
Yes.
We're not.
He
We
wanted
know.
something from the amulet we found on the person in.
Last song. Nothing. No, nothing. Fuck's it.
I guess. Okay.
I look at Tremlaw. I look at Lost Song.
I just say
Tremlaw again.
we do not know. We are not aware of what he wanted. Otherwise, why would he even lure us out there to this hut? Could have also just already stole it from us at our residence. So my guess it would have been that it has to do something with the hut.
Just a quick
Tremla.
out of character thing. Did we not
Yeah,
say
go
that?
ahead.
Did we not say that we found Mercara in?
And we
No,
got
we didn't.
paid
No.
to not say anything. Silence is golden.
We were paid to shut up about the location
Yeah.
of the thing. Right.
Nothing.
No,
Wait,
Tremla.
no, Tremla probably already told them about this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said in the beginning that another incident
For
that
all
was
I
reported
know,
by
nothing
Tremlord. The headmistress said that another incident reported by Tremlord that was also involving us could be connected to this.
Silence is golden.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, Tremolo is taking the one is like, I'm glad you are taking take your that you are keeping your promises, but in this case, this how should I say this? Our deal was mostly to prevent spreading this information to all of Tynok. I have told the council.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would
why not?
be a good word.
Yeah, I have told the other deans, the council. I will say it from now. About the incident, and as I'm not sure if you. Oh, I guess he summarizes it as there was, as you remember, there was the cave. Um, there was the cave entrance. Cave entrance found that led to a secret hideout, or I guess a secret stash of Bigby, one of the founding fathers of Tynok, and apparently also there. But it seems the cave got down further, and if my assumptions are correctly, then our students here were even attacked by a drow. Uh, they were able to defend themselves, but yeah, sorry. And now guessing that the same students were involved in this incident as in the other, it is likely that those two incidents are connected. Where exactly did you get this amulet you were speaking of?
Well, from the body of the drow, of course.
It's at this point that I go into my backpack, if I even have it,
Yeah, sure, you have it.
and I pick up Mikara's book. I put it on the table
Her
with
notes, I
Mage.
guess.
Hmm?
Her notes, right?
Whatever.
Yeah,
You
her
just
notes.
slide it over the table.
I use Mage Hand. I slide it over the table, and I'm like, well, I believe this might be of interest to you. I tried to decode it, but alas, I could not do it on my own. I did not take it with me anywhere else, as with fear that it might raise any suspicions, especially since I were told not to raise any. And I just slide it to the headmistress with Mage Hand.
Okay. Yeah, she takes a look at it and she says, it is clearly encoded. And also it seems like in a different language. She looks to her right. Sachiko, could you take a look at it? And you see the old women try basically grabbing the book, but almost like touching around in front of her on the table. And from one of her sleeves, a little white mouse comes out, and basically, it looks like it is looking on those notes, or walking around on those notes. Meanwhile, the woman keeps staring holes into the air, like not even taking a single, not taking notice at all of the books. I guess. Guess Hacho, you would be closest. You do realize that her eyes have a white milky color. Anyway, Anyway, okay, you're right. There will probably. The headmistress is then asking about the amulet and if you still have it.
No, this one thought the Rakshasa was Dean Penrose, so I handed it over. However, it was trying to find the paper inside, which was given to Octo? I don't know, it was very strange. Also, I have not slept, so this one is very sleepy and tired and bleh.
It just falls asleep on the table.
And wakes up seconds later from the night terror.
I just look at Octo, I look at Lost Song, and I finally look back at Lyot. What paper?
I don't know.
Was that the reason he chased me around so heavily?
Well, he
You're
asked
not
he asked if Octo was the one with the colored eyes. You all have colored eyes. So yes, Octo is
You're
the
a
one.
colorblind cat. How do you even know that we have colored eyes?
Because they are not white.
I mean,
Well, black is also not a color. Fuck you.
Yes, it is.
Do you want to taste the great axe?
also, Hacho, you have only your left eye is a genuine eye, right? Your right eye is just a pearl, a rainbow colored pearl. That's your spell focus.
Yeah, I know.
So he would realize that your right eye is not an actual eye, even if he's colorblind.
I was just messing with them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know that he would have realized.
And your left eye is deep blue. Anyway.
This one thinks, that one, and I point at Lyot, did something with the paper and gave it to Octo, pointing at Octo, which caused
What?
which caused the monster to ask me if Octo was the colored-eyed one, which led to me saying yes and it chasing Leyland. Lyot, confess to what you have done.
Tell us of your deepest, darkest desires. I mean,
You're muted?
I was about to say that he muted himself.
God damn it. I mean, I haven't heard from you in a while, but still. Just now I
It should
realized.
do now.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
you're alive.
Okay, push to talk didn't work. Well, whatever. I think I got hit on the head or something because I don't remember a thing from yesterday. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna start pulling shit from my pockets.
Yeah, you do that. Describe what you will take out. I guess.
Everything. I empty all of it.
Yeah. What's in your
All
pockets?
of my spell focus.
Yeah, all of your
Full
spell
of-
ingredient stuff.
The table is full of shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I
amidst it
imagine
is a
like
paper.
you're pulling out, how those like a magician pull out like bunch of string together.
I pull out Paco as
towels
well.
and stuff like that. Yeah, Paco.
Just-
Put out a few minutes later. You pull out Paco again from another pocket.
I just keep making
Like-
him go to the pocket dimension and bringing it back without anyone noticing.
Oh my god. Yes. You do that. Let me think. What else? What should be asking? Can't really remember. Um,
Well, Octo should find the paper at some point.
Yeah, I guess he would find it at some point. You know what? In the
Everyone just staring at me.
no, not thinking of me. Yeah, everyone's just waiting for you to find something. I guess.
I pull out the ink bottle. Yes, that specific ink
Did
bottle.
you take that again? I thought he got it back. Did you take it after that again?
Yeah, he
Yes.
took it
Yes, he
again
took
when
it
we were there
again.
yesterday.
I mean, I take it out. I look at Penrose and I put it back in again.
Should have not done this.
Yeah, eventually the paper comes out.
Okay. Eventually, paper comes out, and funnily enough, none of you have actually looked at it yet. Am I right? Like you're muted again.
We,
Yeah, I know. I talked to him.
Oh, there was just silent because he was.
we were just fucking
Yeah, whatever.
around with the demon too much to read the paper.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess. What do you do with the paper? Do you unfold it? Do you just throw it
I
to
put
her?
it on the table because I pull it out, I put it on top of the table and I just keep picking up stuff and putting it on the table.
Oh, you don't even know it's like that paper because you just have a bunch of stuff.
It's just like a ton of other people just come out.
And the other papers. Okay, sure. You know what? When you see the paper, do me an intelligence. Do me an intelligence check with disadvantage because of the hangover.
Meanwhile, the professor is just like, wait,
Oh my
what
god.
the fuck? Fuck, no, this calls for a portent. I'll give you an 11.
Lyot, you suddenly okay, for pardon. Or I would have been like, you suddenly remember, oh yeah, that was the paper you, that he really wanted, and you have it in your pocket, Light. And you pull it out.
Oh
And give it to, no, let's not do this.
Hey, I'm a 14. Do I still do that?
Yeah, I know. Before you actually give the paper though to Inakiru, you remember you fold it open, you see what on the inside? Well, you put it away, and you actually remember and take the similar looking one in the pile of crap that unfolded on the table. The table is full with stuff that is actually like, you're really surprised what a small creature like that can carry around in their pockets. Anyway, I guess you pick it up from his bunch of stuff. And remember, what do you do?
I also use Mage Hand to just slide it to the
You open it before you do that.
No.
Okay. I guess everyone is looking at the headmistress. She's unfolding it slowly, reading it, And for a moment, you actually, I mean, she is, you only seen her so far as a very calm woman, but for a moment, she kind of loses her cool. Well, basically, but you only see that from her mimic. But just like that, it's gonna again, and she, yeah, basically calms down again and says, the hand of Vecna. Um, she
Do we
puts
hear
the
this?
yes.
Who the fuck is Vecna?
They're like,
Yeah,
what hand
good
of
question. What the heck is Vecna? If you want to find out, do me a religion check.
Can you type out the name like in chat?
Vecna.
Easy.
Easy. You know a little bit about the gods. And they're what?
Just wanted to
And
see if you fucked with us again in case of backwards names.
what? I would never. Why would I ever do such a thing? Says the headmistress in Akiru. Anyway,
Huh, that's actually not that bad.
yeah, fair enough.
Fucking Walmart.
What's his Neil yell? Leyland. I wish I would have fucked with your names. Otko. Dial. Oh my god, it's dial up.
Oh god.
Solid. Solid. I like it. And I lost my. Oh yeah. Um. Let's say for meta, I used what's it called? Pantheon. What's the Pantheon called? I can't remember. The Dawn. The Dawn War Pantheon. Anyway, you do know that Vecna is one of the gods, and his domains are. Oh, how should I say this? I mean, okay, you know that Vecna is the god of undead, of necromancy and secrets. So it is um it is strictly forbidden to worship that god in Emanon. And while you only heard of Vecna in books, I guess you had a very good role. So let's say you do remember reading something about the history. Even it is written down that before he ascended to godhood, Vecna was a very powerful lich. Yeah, that's about how much you know from the top of your head. I mean, you are not proficient in religion, right?
Nope.
Yeah, you read
What the
that
fuck
in
is
some.
that?
You read that in some history book. Probably the butter who just no,
That's a
Asta had the
big
butter.
ass piece of butter.
I mean, maybe it melted and like.
Do I also get this information because I just rolled with disadvantage because I forgot to turn it off?
Oh, I guess you have also 20. You haven't heard of the backstory, but you also know that he is the god of
Okay.
of the it's an evil god of undead, necromancy, and secrets. Yes.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Out of character, why do I have such a bad feeling about this?
Why, you don't want to fight Vecna? Ah, just kidding.
Fucking plot twist, he's my long lost father.
Huh?
Fucking plot twist, he's my long lost father.
No, actually not.
He's joking.
Okay, good. Well, you're not pulling that shit on me. Back to.
I would be sad if you guessed the plot twist who your long lost father would be. Nah, just kidding.
Gross.
No. Let's continue. If I remember how I left off. Let me just think how I'm going to do this next. Okay. You see her putting down the piece of paper. Basically, with the important side downwards, holding it for a little bit, thinking. It's a bit of an awkward silence. And then she says, I will, for now, take this case in my own hands. Folds the paper together, puts it in her hand, and puts it away, basically without showing anyone else. Thank you for this short, for the meeting on this short notice. But we will discuss this at a later date.
No. We're not discussing this
No,
at a later date. Because for all I know, I came here to study. And I'm paying really, really well to be here. I'm not paying here to be involved in drow shit, to be involved with fucking Vecna of all things, to be almost killed by a Rakatataza, or whatever the fuck it is called. No. This will not go down as light. Because I'm pretty sure we deserve something at least. Because for all I know, we could have gotten really hurt, or even dead, and this is really, really bad, especially
expelled
for a place with such a reputation as Tahen.
Okay. She looks at you and says, did any of you look at the paper?
This one was too
No.
busy fighting him off.
I didn't even knew I had.
I was too busy running from him.
Okay.
I have no idea.
She looks, while you all say this, she'll, her eye, what was her eye color? And I think it was a very, very bright blue. She looks at all of you very closely to see if you are lying or not. And then she says, okay, next question. Did you tell anyone except for Trembler here about your encounter with the drow?
No. We got paid, so we did not.
I nod my
No,
head
no.
in acknowledgement. In agreement.
Marsh is like, what the heck's going on anyway?
Marsh, I would
Don't
like to
worry,
tell you
Mush. It's the
that-
drug. It's
You
a
will-
nightmare drug, Mush.
Marsh,
Marsh
don't
is-
worry. When you
Marsh is
wake up
still
later, everything will be fine.
Marsh is still contemplating if what he is actually experiencing is real or it's still some late effects of the demon grass.
It's just a dream, motherfucker.
Well, then she says, well, you were obviously targeted because you had this piece of paper on you, but you haven't looked at it, and now I don't see. How should I say this? I do not think you are in danger anymore. I will
But
handle
what
this
is
case from now.
but what is written on the paper?
If I would show it to you, wouldn't that mean I put you in danger again, just for your
I don't
knowledge?
care about that. That was Octo. I don't care.
Well,
I mean,
well
there's
the
like
most,
Shaza.
the most important part is Miss Headmistress. Does your hand bend backwards?
Last song, this is not. What I think is this like Shaza, or whatever this thing's called. I don't think it's dead. Like, he said that he will return. Something like this, if I remember correctly. So, I don't think we're out of danger yet. And I kinda have to agree with Lyot here. I'm also quite curious of what would be of such utter importance for this thing to kill us. So at least I would like to know what we would die for.
Okay. She then says, as your first year, you are bound to stay on the campus of Tenok, and from now on, I will guarantee your safety. But I cannot show you, even if I would show you the page, it would not give much information to you. But I fear that some people may take interest in them or in your knowledge for what is written on the page. It is a page taken out of a book from Bigby from a long time ago about an artifact. This page was removed in all later Auflagen, all later prints
Editions, yeah.
editions of the book. I think it might even have a clue to where this artifact is hidden. This is why I do not want anyone else to look at it.
Wait.
But
Uh,
does your hand
wait,
bend
a second.
backwards?
While you're saying this, the tiefling seems to be angry. Like, what exactly do you mean with no one else? Do you not even trust do you not even trust us? And points around at the deans. But she's not answering for a moment, and Penrose is taking the word and says, "Well, some of you might not have realized it, but if everything is true, and no one has told, and only the people in this room, well, I guess except Mush, have known of the first incident to throw the then there would have been no way that the Rakshasa or whoever sent him would be able to know who it was. So the only explanation would be that one of us here is not telling the truth about not telling anyone.
Could also the body of the drow was missing after we gone back there with Master Tremlo, so maybe the Rakshasa was already there.
But that
and
doesn't
was
make any
somehow
sense.
why? Because maybe
Okay,
he was there and removed the body, and he was
Yeah, maybe he wanted to
was
take
hunting
this
her.
paper bag that we took from him. But still, the way the Shaza acted when he was dealing with us, it was just so overbearing. Like, it was totally different from what I imagined from the drow. Like, I didn't interact much with her, but she didn't seem like so overbearing.
I don't say that they were allies. Maybe the drow was also running away from the Rakshasa, and he just caught her after we went away. So maybe he was hunting her in the first place for getting this paper. Maybe.
But I turned towards the headmistress. You said we're unable to leave the school grounds for now, so you can ensure our safety, right?
She nods.
How are we supposed to get our student fees done then? Like, most of the jobs that are actually good and useful need to be done outside. And if we can't go outside, we can't collect money to pay our student fees. So it's kind of a problem.
Reminder that the school grounds cover part of the island.
Yeah.
We could probably do anything with it.
She meant with school grounds the actual whole island.
Half the island. The Goblin Cave
so
was on school grounds.
Still, it doesn't change for you what you could leave
what I
before.
said. I thought like school grounds was really just immediate vicinity of around the school buildings.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind that I said anything.
Well, this one has one thing that came to his mind. You all seem to know a lot about the Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
It's on purpose.
He corrects you.
Does it do something to people? You see, normally I am a very good sleeper. But now, not so much.
Why you say that? The old woman, who with her white eyes, stops staring holes in the well, basically stops her permanent stare, and directly looks at you as if she would be able to see you, and her then turns her head a bit and looks to the other side of the room, towards Hajo, and she says, I do see some kind of curse. But I guess, yeah, Tremlar is floating over to you, taking a glance at the, I guess, claw marks, you could say, from the... Actually, the wounds have kind of healed well, or not healed.
I'm still on 9 HP. They have not healed.
They
have not healed.
But they are still there.
They're closed, exactly. They're okay. There's the blood from the Mora, I guess.
They have been cleaned because we fell into the water and they closed, but we're still fucking injured. Yeah,
Discord died.
It suddenly went very quiet.
No, Discord died.
Okay.
Yeah, Discord died for a second there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Strumler is just saying, I read of a guy who got attacked by a Rakshasa. It should be a relatively normal curse, and he's using a what's that, third level? Yeah, I guess. He's using the spell Remove Curse. I guess at fourth level, so for both of you. And you feel like some weight is putting off from your shoulders. You're still exhausted, but I guess, I don't know. I guess as a next time you basically close your eyes for too long, you fall asleep. Same with Hajo.
Neat, so like
You
real
just-
life.
Instantly head down on the table and you just hear some loud snorting. Like,
You also hear a loud crack at that point, because at that point I would fall face first onto the table.
yeah, same. We just both like, bam.
Mush is probably like, oh damn! I haven't seen such a potent sleep spell since I last
no, he
saw
didn't ever use
Slumbergrass.
the spell on us, didn't he?
No, he
He
didn't
used
use a spell,
Remove
a
Cursed,
sleep
which
spell.
got,
But Mush
Say,
is
'cause
like,
sleep.
but Mush is just like, damn, what a potent sleep spell! I haven't seen something like that since I last used Slumbergrass. Whatever. Anyway, what would it still be? I guess the headmistress is I mean, she's looking at first the gnome in the armor, and you hear her whisper something, but this time it like not travels to your ear, so you don't really understand her. And she does the same thing with the older women. And yeah, and then she talks to all again. As I said, this meeting is now dismissed. Please, how should I say this? If anything suspicious happens again, report it immediately.
snore.
Yeah.
Snore.
Just continue to snore.
You know what?
Snore.
I guess she leaves the room. Yeah. When she leaves the room, he teleports
Actually,
away.
wait, Arcana.
Yeah, sure. How does she leave? What do you want to
How
know?
does she leave?
Huh?
Does she just walk?
Good question.
No, because it's important. Because if she just walks, I want to send Paco after her.
No. You don't really see her feet. I mean, all this time, her hair still seemed a little bit like like it's always a little bit of wind playing with her hair, so it's almost like it's underwater or something. And when she stands up, and she walks away, it's more like you don't see her feet. It's like she doesn't have the when you walk that it has the up and down. It's basically like she's floating, but you don't see. It doesn't seem to you like she's using a levitate or something. Yeah, whatever. And she turns around, walks away from the chair towards a door at the back. A gust of wind opens the door. She floats through, and then the door just gets shut by a sudden burst of wind again.
So Paco can't go through.
No. Yeah. This guy teleports away after he removed curse on both of you. The Yamiya jumps up like, yeah, I can go play back to playing now. Turns into a bird, and I guess the while she's trying to fly out, the tiefling is going after her, shouting some insults. That can someone of you speak Infernal?
No.
That doesn't seem to be
No.
in a language you understand.
Out of character, what does she say?
Lazy bitch. Anyway. I don't know about the abjuration. I think he just sits there. Just, I know what this guy. He's also moving, but he seems very slower moving. Yeah, I mean, this armor he's having still seems like it. Yeah, this armor he is having still seems like it's too big for a gnome, and as he moves, you almost hear like the clanking of gears or some air going through a vent or something. Yeah,
It's a fucking mech suit.
basically, yeah. But you also see that it clearly has magic infused in it with a bunch of runes on it. And
Velvet
you're also not sure what kind of metal this is.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So
80.
So Velvet wants to signal.
I want to signal Penrose.
Yes. What do you signal him?
Well, is he leaving before or after that?
I mean, how do you signal him? Wait.
Depends on whether he is leaving before or after the
What?
lady.
Discord.
Discord died. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can't hear Argard though.
Wait, what? You can't hear me?
No.
There's Agard.
Okay. What I was asking.
Wait, answer?
I heard you. What you were asking? If she goes out
Is he the
first,
first one?
then
Is he the last one to leave? Or is she the last one to leave?
He says she stands up from the table, puts the notes together, and walks towards you, Octo. And she walks kind of slowly, like yeah. She has yeah. You will realize she is old, basically like Hacho is on his feet today. Or who was the one? Yeah. Is Discord still a problem?
No, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I guess as I can.
I can hear too.
Okay, good.
Okay. But sorry. She's giving you the notes back, and I mean, I don't know exactly how, but she is telling you in just 2 or 3 sentences what basically the pattern is you should go for to encode it. I mean, she also says something like, I'm not sure if I guess she's a first name basis with her. No, she would say, I'm not sure if the headmistress wanted me to give it back to you, but, well, what can an old woman do? And, yeah. Basically, with that, you are able to read it. And she also says, by the way, this is an undercommon. And as she hands it to you, she walks out towards the door you took to get in, so towards the courtyard, I guess, whatever. Yeah, I guess now
I
Penrose.
thank her.
Okay.
As she leaves.
So you are just in the room with Penrose now. And Penrose walks towards
Where did
you.
Muck sleep? Where did Muck sleep?
Penrose, Professor, may we have a word? Maybe not here. I'm afraid the years might have.
Walls.
You
The
might
walls
have
might have
walls.
Ears.
The years might have
The ears
walls.
have walls. Oh no.
It's quite important. And maybe after my companions, you know. You kinda need a little bit of rest.
He says, well, I myself am not sure anymore who to trust. And this comes from a master of illusions. I guess where would put I guess yeah. He says, "Let's go to my office then." I you look like you could what's that, like a tea? Is coffee a thing? A hot
Coffee is
beverage.
grain.
What?
Coffee is a grain thing.
Huh?
So
A
as
grain?
long as coffee is a kind of grain, so as long as it's been discovered, you can say coffee is a thing.
It's more of a fruit, but sure.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Just a random Aufpunschmittel.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you could also say, if you look like you could, you guys could need a drink right now. I'm sorry you had all this trouble. After it's already so hard to get anything done in this school if you are not one of the, yeah, I guess you would say rich kids. I think he has said that of those rich noble kids. Yeah, he also goes towards the door in the courtyard. Do you follow him?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
asleep.
I guess. Much is
Oh yeah,
like,
right. I'm asleep. There was
should I?
something about that.
Oh yeah, right.
Pick her up. Last song.
I wake up lost song. If it's possible.
I don't know. Is it possible? What would that be?
Strength versus Constitution.
Strength, Constitution. But does he want to be asleep?
It's exhaustion-induced sleep, which is just deep sleep, which means that violently shaking or hitting someone would be enough to break them out of it.
Stab him! Poke his eyeballs out.
Violently shake him, and I slap his bongos one or two times.
This one has finally gotten some sleep.
I guess a little nap, but it's power napping. It's
The
okay.
bongos must better have been worth it.
But it was the wrong thing to do. Everyone just delete the sets. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, sorry. I guess you walk. He walks outside, goes through from the courtyard, goes through what's the inner circle of Tainok. And starting to walk towards the weird formed or the illusion tower with its weird mesmerizing tiles on the outside, past the abjuration tower. Yeah. And yeah, past the bulky medieval looking abjuration tower.
Don't you have the map of Tanok that you could show then?
Yeah,
sure,
the other
also
one.
do that. Wait, do I actually have the right? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you wrote on Evo and such.
Here, I mean, from the conjuration, you walk towards the illusion, and here's the abjuration. Anyway, I guess you just follow him, and I. At one point, Mash is asking, "Should I come too?"
You can go wake up, Mush.
Wait, wake up?
Yes.
Did you guys
wake
even wake
up,
me up?
Mush.
No.
Just go to your room.
If they didn't wake you up,
and
I've
wake
just
up.
grabbed you while you were asleep.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
sure.
sleeping on your shoulders
Basically. Yeah.
Just
Mush,
Asa, it's very hard to
come.
transport.
Come, Mush. We need to lay down in bed, and then when we wake up, everything will be okay.
Asa, you are basically almost sleepwalking.
To home, with Leyland on my shoulder.
I guess not home in this case, right? To the
I mean,
illusion tower.
Let's go.
No.
If we want
I
to sleep.
suggest going to sleep because, you know, I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And I just
Okay, what do you guys do?
So
He just walks over to home, smacks me onto my bed, and just falls over.
that's basically my plan. Yes.
I would follow Penrose.
Okay, so Lost Song and Layton go back to their house and sleep.
And Mush.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Mush had
and
to
Mush.
wake up.
Mush needs to wake up. It's all a dream.
Okay, anyways, after you split up, Penrose is like, even if I guess he walks towards the illusion tower. You don't see any windows, any doors, whatever. He just walks towards it and walks into the wall. And I don't mean he hits his head on it, it just goes through.
It's an illusion wall.
Who would have thought?
I sent Paco
And-
ahead.
What?
I sent Paco ahead.
Okay.
I just go right through it because
Yeah.
it's an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
You all go right
And I
through.
go through.
It's bigger on the inside. No, anyway.
It's
No.
actually not a tower. It's
Hard.
actually it's actually just a bench.
It's a phone booth.
Just
It's
Yeah,
a
actually-
fake tower.
You know what? From the inside, even though it looks very fancy from the outside with the polished tiles and the roof that looks like it's reflecting a night sky, even if it's day, like in the middle of the day. On the inside, it looks very shabby looking, actually. Like that it hasn't seen a renovation in decades, maybe even centuries.
Fuck is shabby.
Is that not the right word for it?
Shabby, poor looking, broken down.
Shabby
Okay.
with two B.
Okay. I didn't know. Don't worry.
Not as bad as the house you're staying at, but in comparison to the
It's
where were
vintage.
you in before? In
Yeah,
comparison to the,
basically.
I guess it's and his whatever, and you go into the office or no, you go into a room on the first floor. It's very Spartan looking, like there's basically also just a bunch of chairs. Oh yeah, and he goes on and takes a metal pot of water, heats it up, and puts some herbs in it. He heats it up with magic. Herbs like leaves, whatever. You have heard of those kind of beverage before.
Oh no, not drugs again.
No, it's
I'm
tea.
joking.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. He goes on. I'm not sure if there. I still think there might be the possibility of a traitor. Uh, I don't really suspect you guys though. It is not only the fact that the intruder knew about uh, who the people were who had an item from the troll, an amulet, you said, right? But also the fact that a demon, the Rakshasa, could get into uh, into Tainuk, knew where to find you, how to uh, make a illusion good enough to fool you. Make an illusion of me good enough to fool you. Uh, just he seems a bit too well informed.
Well. Before we talk about anything, can I do something? Just preventive measures.
Sure.
Nothing bad. Now walk up to him. Can you give me your hand?
No.
He gives yeah, he stretches his hands toward you with his palm open,
I
like
try
he's
to bend it
expecting.
backwards. It's the easiest test. Does it bend? I don't have
No.
the strength to break it, don't worry.
He smirks a little bit and says, "Well, if it only would be that easy to distinguish a Rakshasa, but they are able to disguise themselves pretty. How should I say this? Uh,
Pretty darn good.
Whatever. They are able to disguise themselves to basically any kind of person, but they would have, but on how detailed I the illusion? No, what would that be? What is it actually? But the illusion, the level of detail for the illusion is dependent on how good of a look they get on their target. So I wonder how yeah, he's basically asking, was it a good illusion of me?
Well, apart from the hand, from all I see, it looked like you. It wasn't even me who spotted the hand.
By the way, when he did that with the hand, the way how you even spotted it was because it didn't seem like his hand had the same size as the like stuff would go through it, you know,
Oh no,
like
I
push
didn't see
through
it. It was Ansel who saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But
So
basically, his hand was kind of basically you wouldn't notice the if he's disguised, if his hand bends backward or not. You would notice if you touch his hand and your fingers go through it or stop before. You know what I mean?
anyway,
Well,
So if we just touch his face and we feel whiskers, then we know.
or touch his hand and then don't feel like fur. Or I
I
guess
don't
he
think
is smaller than the thing you. Am I saying this right?
I don't think it's safe for us to touch one of those, Lion.
We could try. I just shake his hand. If that's
I'm not talking about Mr. Penrose. I'm talking about the Rakatasa.
yeah, but we just are talking about if Miss Penrose is the Rakshasa.
I know. This is Mr. Penrose.
But is he though?
What does Mush do when he's bored? I point at him.
What? Okay, you're asking him that. What does Mush do when he's bored?
I'm testing him.
Well, he's probably smoking something.
Well, what?
It's real.
He is. Anyway.
Well,
So
I do not know what Mush is. What all the things are he's taking. I mean, don't take what he is. What he's giving you. I mean, for all what we've seen earlier, and even now, maybe you should not have taken him up on the last offer, even though I guess you were somewhat exhausted from your last night. Oh no, wait, from your encounter last evening.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Neither do
I really don't.
I guess so.
So
he's like, well, I will just say I heard from a friend of a friend that some of his things make excellent illusions, but you also heard nothing about that from me.
So
just to get back to matters, Mr. Penrose, do you know anything about this artifact that's written in?
About what? Oh, the artifact. Okay. He's saying, well, Vecna has been is one of the gods who is not talked much about here in Emanon. I myself haven't gone much into religion, into the study of the religious scripts. That's more the thing of, wait, what's it actually called? God damn it, I can't remember. He's saying the name of. Let me come up with a name. What was it? The sun. That's more a thing of the monastery. Is that the right word? Whatever. Never mind. He's just not saying it. I haven't delved myself too much into religious script, I have to admit, but Vecnar's interest has had some interesting history. It is actually because most gods don't have a story before they ascended to godhood, but with Vecna, apparently many years ago, he was a very powerful lich who made a deal with Orcus, also a god, and gained immortality by turning himself into the lich. Some say even the greatest lich. Though he got slain in the end, and apparently one of and two artifacts. And the only thing remaining were his hand, were a hand and the eye of him, and basically there are rumors that those still exist as artifacts, but I did how should I say this? But I didn't. But in all, as far as I know, I've never heard of actually. Wait, no, actually, you would know that. Give me a sec. I heard rumors that that those artifacts were actually used against the founding fathers of Tainok. Apparently, back then, the eight founding fathers and the headmaster of the school were attacked by a reincarnation. No, someone possessed by Vecna himself. But this is a story from long past. Anyway, you shouldn't involve yourself too much in this endeavor.
Thanks.
Thanks. I'm gonna go for now. Do you have anything else you wanna talk about, Lyot?
You brought us here in the first place, so no.
Yeah, Mr. Penrose. Does the name Lila mean anything to you?
I remember. Yes, it does actually. Oh my god, I actually have something planned for that. He says, "Well, I have known one person named Lila. I haven't heard that name in a long time. She was my how should I say? She was my mentor, the one who uh the one how should I say this? The reason why I even started here at the time of I wonder yeah, but how should I say this? She was or she's a very no, I guess you would say she was a very talented mage. I wonder how if she's still alive and how she's doing today. Are we talking about the same person?
I wonder that too.
I guess you would exchange a bit of how she looked like, or her characteristics, and you would realize, yes, this is the same person. But he would what? Sorry, Penrose would know a younger, yeah, well, the younger version. I mean, there's like what would the time span be? How old would I say? I would say 10 to 20 years. 15 years, yeah. Oh, yeah, why not? 15 years.
From before.
Basically, yeah. He last seen her 15 years. He also says, well, and one day she was suddenly gone without leaving notice or anything.
I just poke Octo and whisper, "Who's Lila again?"
My teacher. From before, you know.
Okay.
Can you even hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can hear you.
I can hear you, but
It's nothing you would know of.
Okay. Perfect.
It's actually something from his backstory. But yes, this is actually great opportunity. I actually did plan that before. I didn't just put that up on the spot that Penrose and Lila are connected. And so I was like, Lila was like, wait a second, this is a perfect opportunity. Anyway. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah. I mean, is there something specifically you want to ask about Lila, or are you guys just talking about your experience with?
Well, Mr. Penrose, I guess I might come in and talk to you later. I have to go and tend with my companions. They have it a lot more rough than me. I'll tell. Yeah, we'll talk later, probably.
Okay. I would also nod politely and move to the door.
Octo, you have the Big B's handbook.
Exactly.
Correct?
I wanted to talk about that, but I'm gonna talk about that with Lyat.
What? You gonna talk about that?
With Lyat as
Okay,
we go.
go ahead.
So, anyway, so we're walking, right?
Yes, you are.
Just want to make sure there's no one. Like, Lyat, is there anyone just looking at us right now? Should probably wait.
It is. What do we have? It's still before. It's not early morning anymore. I would say it's converted to
What I mean
normal
is
time.
there anyone following us? Spying on us. That's what I want to know.
You know what?
But I don't want to make the check.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Where's that? There it is.
There's definitely no one following you.
I reach for my backpack, I pull out the book, and I open it to the place where the page is missing.
You do that.
And you see, Lion, the headmistress said something really, really funny. Wait a second.
What?
Sorry.
He said.
So she said something quite interesting when we're talking about, especially about, you know how she said it was a page from a certain book and it was removed.
So it most likely was Big B.
Yeah, we noticed the pattern. I'm gonna try and take a closer look at this book when you get home to our quarters. Try and see what was fit in this context, because pages normally don't come alone.
And we could also. It was removed in later versions, but we might be able, if we know what version we are looking for, we might be able to find a copy somewhere.
I want to look for the version on this book, Harvard. Books usually have a version, like a version number written on them, right? I want to look for the version number of this book.
On the first page, there is the signature of what's his name, Big B, and it's like a date, but written. I mean, they are all written in just by hand, whatever. What actually the year would be? Let me check my time table. Um, 104 after the first king.
Okay.
Yep. But you don't see much of a version number. I mean, it's his own book. Yeah. You don't really know if it's. But yeah, you're right. It should normally have like, or I guess if there's a second
It's
edition,
probably an
it
early
would say a second
prototype or
edition.
something.
Yeah, you assume that. It's probably.
Okay, so here's. Do you want to do anything else live?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, so what I want to do is as soon as we get to home, while they do their long rest, I want to look through the book and try to find out what it was based on the context of the previous pages and the ones that come after. Try and dig as much information as I can from that. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. I want to ask you if you can give me the book that's encoded, and I try to decode it.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
I mean, she did explain basically how the code probably worked or how the code worked. She seemed to have it like, yeah. I mean, we will just say you guys are now able to decode it. Let me. Where the fuck do I have it? Kara's notes. Edit.
Yeah, we have like 8 hours. I can
Yeah,
just
sure.
guideline it with that as I read through the book.
There you go. Anyway, you can read that in your whenever you want. But I mean, if I suggest if you want to search for a current or later how it's called print or edition of the Big Beast Handbook, I would suggest going to the library.
But let's allow the people to wake up
Exactly.
as I do my check.
Now. I mean, yeah, I guess you guys are doing the encryption. Meanwhile, one is snoring, the other is talking in his sleep about something in the fabled. I mean, Hajo, Asa, are you still there? Oh, okay. I mean, it's already 20 after 1. Huh. Past 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there something you want to do?
I wouldn't mind ending it for me.
You two guys, would you tell about your, I mean...
After they wake up? Yes.
What Penrose told you about what you're going to do?
Yes.
The other things, I'm not gonna tell them.
What other
Wyatt
things?
knows, but they don't need to know.
What other things?
The personal matters.
Ah, okay.
I only got half of what he actually completely of all the whole conversation because I was like half the time was gone. So I actually have no clue what they are talking about, which is good.
Perfect.
And like I heard to the point where they said like the bad god, the first bad god that Ascended, it was a powerful witch before, had a dispute with someone else.
TLDR.
He made a pact with Okus and was being made a more powerful lich. but was eventually slain, and parts of him remain as artifacts.
I
And the
mean, you
founding
are not.
fathers of China.
Yeah, like I listened to up to that point, and from that point I was gone.
You would know that a lich is not something you're like born as or something. So he was human, but then learned from orcus how to become a lich, and he became a powerful lich. Was then later slain, and his only remains are apparently a hand and an eye, which are apparently powerful magical items. And he only read up on that, or I mean, he said it or whatever. They were used by a person apparently possessed by Vecna, that attacked the first deans, the first council, the founding fathers of Tynok, way back. And you also know Bigby was one of those founding fathers. He was the dean of abjuration. Did I say this right? No, where's my Bigby was evocation. Okay. I mean, you could certainly, if you would be in the library, and depending on what you try to research, you would be able to find more stuff, maybe. Depending if you, I don't know, for Vecna, the founding father, the Tynok history, whatever. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll see about it. Anyway.
Okay.
But for now, I know this was not. This was a very story focused, not much combat focused session.
To be honest, I kind of enjoyed this session because like normally I don't get to really RP this much like I used to in this session, but I gotta say I didn't think it was that bad. I quite enjoyed it.
It was enjoyable.
Okay. Nice
That's
to hear.
okay.
Just shame
Oh,
I'm actually
I
fucking
just-
exhausted, so I've been nodding off in the last
It changed
part.
my opinion of pure RP sessions at least. It's fun when you get to do stuff.
Kind of. Actually, I forgot something. Oh well. It didn't. It is not that terrible. In the. I mean, has any of you noticed how many people were in the staff in the council meeting?
7.
Exactly.
Well, technically 12, but
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, basically what I did is I didn't remember. I just knew that there was 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and 1 on the side.
Yes,
so I'm gonna end
but
stream.
but you're forgetting the headmistress.
No, I'm talking with the head.
Thank you guys for showing up. If you enjoyed, leave a follow. If you really enjoyed, consider donating or subscribing. This is a weekly series, and there's also a campaign on Mondays, which is bi-weekly. No, not bi-weekly. Every other week. See you guys next time.